We spend so much of our lives waiting for love, for peace, happiness, and success. But would we even know if these dreams were actually coming true for us? It may be that we have grown so accustomed to defining ourselves by what we perceive as our deficiencies that we have closed the door on the potential for real happiness. Let's say, for example, that a woman in her early 40s wants more than anything to find a life partner. So she joins groups designed for singles. She commiserates with other singles about the misery of being single. She spends so much time thinking about it that she starts her own blog about the life of a single woman. The blog becomes a best-selling book and the woman is featured on a national talk show. Her name appears over the cut line, single. All her effort and energy has done nothing to achieve her goal. She simply cemented her identity in her unhappiness. This may sound like the plot to a romantic comedy movie, where the man of her dreams turns out to be the foul-mouthed bartender with a heart of gold who was there in the background all along and they kiss and the credits roll or something like that. In a real-world scenario, tragically, the woman wakes up in her early 50s, still alone and still defining herself as single, incomplete, alone, and lonely. The real happy ending, whether it includes kissing or not, is happening to her all around her all the while. And it is hers for the living as soon as she's willing to step outside the security of her small, self-sacrificing story. We are all living out the stories we have told about ourselves. We begin doing this when we are very young. By kindergarten, most children have found something that sets them apart from their peers. It could be curly hair, a funny name, being taller, shorter, smaller, bigger, or just feeling different, inside or out. We define the characters we play out for the rest of our lives before we even get the chance to consciously know we are doing so. The stories we write for our lives are based on these characters. I'm the pretty girl who has to get married young because she isn't smart enough to go to college. I'm the hard-working guy who pulls himself up by his bootstraps and doesn't have time to waste on an emotional life. I'm the black sheep with bad credit and a penchant for poetry who tears through other people's lives, leaving only rainbows and rock and roll in my wake. Whatever dramatic stories we have created to write ourselves out of our own happy endings, they are not written on stone. They are written on our own hearts, which is far more powerful than stone. The good news is that our imaginations are powerful enough to write and rewrite these stories as many times as we like. There's no limit to the number of new beginnings, and if we are not happy at the end, then perhaps the story is not yet truly at the end.